Hey, what's up guys? This right here is the Chevy Equinox EV, and in this video we're gonna find out if it's worth the money. So let's start with pricing, guys. Right off the bat, base model, $35,000, which gets you that front wheel drive powertrain, and then at the top of the line, every option, that 3RS, that's gonna cost $46,000, which is a lot of money. It's a big price differential, and we won't be seeing the base model until later this year. So what we have right here is a fully loaded model. But let's start with the trunk space, because I think practicality is super important, especially at this price range. And with this type of vehicle, I personally care a lot about how much can it fit. So opening up the trunk, this one does have a power tailgate, which is nice because if your hands are full and you're behind this for a couple seconds, it'll open up for you automatically, which is really cool. You don't have to swing your feet on there and trying to figure that out. But look how much things we have back here. Look how many items we have back here. You have a nice cooler box, you have some skis, backpacks back here, even some duffel bags, which you can actually go, all the seats are flat in this situation. So loads of space to actually really take advantage of the fact that this has a low battery pack and then just tons of room. Let me show you from the back seat real quick what that looks like with the seats flat. So the seats fold perfectly flat. You get a nice flat load floor, which is great. So tons of versatility there, but more important than practicality is what you're gonna be dealing with every single day. So let's hop on the front and see what you get there. Okay, so to get inside, there's no on button. All I have to do is press the brakes, vehicle comes to life, and you can put in drive and actually get going. But as far as when this thing is on, you get loads of tech. And I wanna start with the screen because at this price range, getting a 17.7-inch touchscreen is pretty impressive. And this one has Google built in, so you get very responsive Google Maps. Like it is really fast here. Like you can see our location right now. You can zoom out really quickly to see the state basically that we're in. And I love how snappy it is. I mean, for a large system, it does work really well. You tap on the home button, it takes you to all your climate control menus, quick, easy access. Even though you do get physical buttons down here, you do have touch controls for your climate if you do want to, interface with it that way. I personally would pass. You also get a Wi-Fi hotspot on this, which is great. You get apps like, podcasts. You also can have Spotify installed on this. And the reason they're doing that is because this does not have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, which I think is very unfortunate because it would look awesome on the screen. Both those systems, with pairing with your phone, your navigation is all saved on that. Would have been really cool to see. They're not doing it here. So instead you get Alexa, you can say, hey Google, where am I?
Your current location is Cass Corridor, Detroit, Michigan.
So the assistant does go, so you can say like, take me here, take me there, whatever you want to do. It's Google, so you can trust that it'll do a good job detecting you. This also has a camera system, 360 surround view camera with all the seats, with all the doors closed, of course, and that's fine and all. But coming down here, we talked about climate control, physical knobs, which is great. There will be a wireless charger that'll be available later on. It's going to be here, but right now it's a nice big phone cubby, which is great. I mean, storage space, I'll never complain about it in a vehicle this size. And then coming down here, you do get USB-C ports, 2 of them, which is great. Another cubby here, just quick grab and go phone access, which I do like. You also have cup holders if you're more of a cup holder phone type of guy or girl. And then over here, you won't be able to see it on my side, but it opens up on the driver's side. So let's move on to these seats. These are heated and ventilated with multiple different types of materials. You got perforated leather in the middle. You get this nice fabric with its stitching and red piping around kind of the shoulder portion. This, because it's an RS trim, you get RS embossed in the headrest with some nice blue and red stitching on the surrounds right there, which is really nice. They're comfortable seats. The heated ventilation, honestly, with it being really hot out here, is very nice. And then coming up top here, you get a nice panoramic glass roof with an opening section. It's not fixed glass. You can actually, just press up here. You could slide it up, open it completely, which is nice. We're not gonna do that because it's hot. It's very hot, guys. Trust me. But hey, it moves, so that's really nice. But with that, let's hop onto the driver's side and see what you get from my perspective. All right, so on the door panel really quickly, this does have memory seats. You also have your auto up, auto down, and then only auto up on the driver's side for your windows, so keep that in mind. Power side view mirrors, of course, but they're not power folding, so keep that in mind. And then going down over here to the kind of your driver portion, you have your parking brake, lane keep, auto hold, brake hold, which is nice, your tailgate button, and then the dimness of that center screen, which is actually a nice large 11-inch gauge cluster display that you can customize to have different types of modes. We'll go through them really quickly. A Google Maps mode, which is probably my favorite. If I'm navigating, I want that so that the passenger can kind of mess around with their screen, change music, whatever they want. Another thing you'll notice on the steering wheel is the fact that this has Super Cruise, which is available on this. Obviously, it's got to be it's additional price. This is a fully loaded one, so you do have it. and it works like Super Cruise works on the higher trim models, or the higher end vehicle models that GM offers between Chevy, Cadillac, and all that stuff, which is awesome to see it coming down to a price point like this. The steering wheel though is really nice, genuinely speaking. Red stitching over here, nice soft leather. You also get the RS badging, which is that Rally Sport badging. So to give you really more kind of aggressive styling, which is really nice. Another thing I want to point out are these vents, kind of like the Blazer that we've seen, the Blazer EV. You twist it, a quarter turn to close, then you can open them up like that, which is really nice. But let's hop on to the second row and see what that's like in this vehicle. So coming inside the second row here, because it's a battery vehicle, let me just move this floor mat real quick. You do get decent legroom. The wheels are pushed very far out, so you get a lot of in-cabin space. That's really the benefit of this architecture. Good headroom because of that design, the silhouette. It's not like a slanted roof or anything. It's a true kind of small crossover SUV. And then coming down to the middle, what I do appreciate is the fact that they included center vents dedicated for the rear passengers. That's really nice to see at this price range. Down here is pretty plain, but you get two USB-C ports, and it's hard to see down here, but you do get a cubby for your phone. So something you could put some stuff in there if you want. Armrest, it's pretty padded with cup holders, and these seats, guys, they're pretty basic. No heating, no ventilation, but I can't complain about that at this price range. But now let's talk about the numbers, the range, and the important stuff. All right, let's talk about the important stuff, because this is a fully electrified vehicle. Unfortunately, you don't get front storage space, but you do get some pretty good value when it comes to the miles per dollar. When I'm talking miles, I mean miles of range. So I'm gonna look off my notes here so I don't mess up the numbers. You get 319 miles, which is the most with the largest battery and the front wheel drive option. Now, with that, you get 213 horsepower. If you get the all-wheel drive model, you get 285 miles of range and up to 288 horsepower. So you get more power, obviously, because you have two motors, but you are taking a hit on range because of the added weight and the added drag. So keep that in mind. Now, as far as the charging aspect of it goes, what I really appreciate is the fact this charge port is a simple panel. No fancy motors, nothing like that. It just opens, you plug it in, and you charge it with that electric go-go juice. You know what I mean? So they're saying 77 miles in 10 minutes is what GM's estimating with the Ultium platform in this configuration. So not bad. I would hope to see it be faster, but it's not a big battery. And we're looking at the fact that you can get 319 miles of range in a vehicle this size, which is like Tesla Model Y size, if you want to put in things into perspective. At this price, I think it's a pretty good value. So if you're looking for kind of bang for buck, miles per dollar, this should be on your list of things to kind of cross shop. So let's talk about the styling though. This thing looks really cool. I have shown you a lot of this red one, so we'll go over kind of the quick and dirty of it really quickly here. It's an RS, so you do get this kind of faux carbon fiber design here with the LED headlights, LED light bar that goes all the way across with that Chevy badge, and then a nice gloss black with kind of a grill pattern over here, and then some functional side vents to create the air curtain around these wheels, which measure 21 inches large. These are 275/40 R21 tires. But what I think is really cool is this colorway they have over here, which is a blue kind of two-tone with a white roof. It looks really cool. It's nice that they have the kayak up here, kind of show you what you can do as far as like that type of versatility and outdoor equipment side of things goes. And this one looks a little more daily drivable, let's say, with a more friendlier front grille. You still get that carbon fiber treatment, but it's paint matched on the front over here. And then if you come along the side, you'll see there's a different wheel package, and this has paint matched over fenders. On the RS3 that we saw, those were black, gloss black. This one's paint matched, and this one has a 19-inch wheel, 245/55 R19-inch tire. Nice Equinox badge, that EV kind of unique aspect of it over here. I like the white mirror caps. I feel like I see black mirror caps on everything. This is very refreshing and very lively, I feel like, for an exterior design of the vehicle. The door handles, let me talk about them real quick. If I, keys with me, they close, right? You couldn't push them if you really want to, or you press over here, they pop open. If they're already open, there's actually a proximity sensor for that keyless entry and go. If I want to lock it, you press that. I don't know many people would want to press here. I think people just kind of think to go here, which is only lock. To unlock it, you have to press. These do work if it's snow and ice out, it will vibrate to open that. So keep that in mind. They have thought of it in being built in, and designed in Michigan. They have considered the colder climates. But continuing on the side here, you get nice chrome on the bottom of the window surrounds. That white roof continues onto the side with this nice decklit spoiler here. If you come around the back, I like the fact they have a rear windshield wiper. If it's snow and stuff like that, you can clear it. I know the Ioniq 5 doesn't have that, which this kind of competes with. And the rear LED light bar looks really nice. Goes across edge to edge with that Chevy bow tie in the middle, and then kind of wraps around in the back with that nice dark gray kind of rear diffuser portion down here. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up here. If you guys have any questions about this vehicle, let me know. Do you think this is worth between the $36,000 to the $46,000 price range? These ones you're seeing are really nicely equipped, so keep that in mind. Hopefully we can get our hands on a more base model in the future and show that to you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.